Hello, this is Steve once again, and I'm going to reiterate a couple of points that I made on my written blog today. You can find my written blog at parsonspersonaltraining.com, and essentially what I talked about today was kind of this strange fear of mine, and that's in regards to muscle building supplements, muscle building powders, stuff like that you see a lot of guys use for pre-workout, post-workouts, stuff like that. And I kind of gave a rather scientific reason why I didn't like them, because they're generally unregulated. You really don't know what's inside of them, and worst of all, they probably taste awful, and they probably don't work the way they intend to. Now, of course, I certainly could shell out the money to do it. I mean, it's pretty obvious that something is working, because I go to the gym every now and then. I still see guys, still sporting some good gains, some good bodies, but at the same time, they don't look natural. They'll be walking around with gigantic shoulders and huge arms, and then they'll have skinny little torsos and chicken scrawny legs. So you can kind of tell it just doesn't look right, and that's why I kind of strive to keep an all-natural workout, do full body, fully functional kind of workouts when I do my own thing. And so I generally stay away from all supplements when in regards to my workout regimen. Now, one thing that I didn't really touch on in my written blog, because that's not really what my written blog is about, I decided to omit the idea that these muscle building supplements, these powders and whatnot, I think it's kind of an addictive nature. And one of the issues for me is that if I start seeing some results in something and I start liking it, then I'll start getting really headlong into it. And I think that's one reason why eating a plant-based regimen and being vegan, it fits me so well, because it's something I can sustain, and it's something I can maintain. And so that's kind of one reason why I stay away from these supplements, because what's going to happen if I start really getting into them, start spending more money into them, and so it's part of the addictive nature of my noodle, basically. That I don't want to kind of replace food with supplements. And because with me, and the life of any addict, is a lot of times it'll escalate. And with me, it escalated pretty badly. When I first got into Subway sandwiches, I used to have a really bad Subway sandwich addiction. It would just be the sandwich, a soft drink, and the chips, and that'd be it. But then by the time it got really bad, I was eating 2 massive sandwiches. One of them would have double meat usually. A lot of times I'd go to the supermarket beforehand, get some chips, get some bean dip, or get some salsa, a little jar of whatever, and I would eat all that in one sitting. And that just started from a simple little fast food meal that anybody can get. So, and it's because I really liked it. I really liked it. I mean, I only used to be able to eat 1 pizza at a time, maybe 3/4, and then it got to the point where I could eat 2 pizzas at a time. So that's mainly the reason why I try my best not to get addicted to some things, because such as supplements and powders, because I've already seen what can happen. And you can say, well, I have the discipline now to kind of stay away from these things, but who's really to know? I mean, I still have these bouts every now and then where I'll go take a road trip to this Whole Foods. It's on the opposite side of town, and the main reason why is because they have a baker there who's vegan, and she makes a very big selection of vegan-friendly scones. And I love scones, especially the ones they make at that particular Whole Foods. So there's going to be some days where I'll do road trips out there and get 4 or 5 of them at once and eat them in one sitting. So I kind of know my own tendencies, I know my own weaknesses, and so that's the big reason why I decided not to get into these muscle building supplements, you know. And who's to, like I said, who's to say they'll really work? But if my mind thinks that it'll work, I'm in trouble. So that's one reason why I kind of stay away from them. I'm not. Now it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. I mean, it's your own damn money. You can drop 20 bucks on a huge bucket of weird powder. You can drop 50, 60 bucks on some kind of pill that supposedly makes your muscles grow huge. Whatever. That's your money. That's not my money. I'm just saying, from my perspective, why I try to avoid them.